price is the only element of the marketing mix that produces revenue. All other elements represent costs. Price is also the most flexible element. It can be changed quickly, unlike product features or distribution channels. But setting the right price is not easy. Set it too high, and customers will go elsewhere. Set it too low, and the business will lose money. In your exams, you will be asked to explain pricing strategies and the factors that affect pricing decisions. This is topic 7. By the end of this lesson, you will understand the different pricing strategies, the factors that influence pricing, and how to answer exam questions. Take your notes. Let us go. First, what is price? Price is the amount of money customers pay to obtain a product. But price is more than just money. It is also time, effort, and psychological cost. For example, waiting in a long line is a cost. Driving to a distant store is a cost. The frustration of a difficult website is a cost. Smart marketers think about the total cost to the customer, not just the monetary price. Pricing decisions are affected by 3 main factors. The first factor is costs. The company must cover its costs to stay in business. Costs set a floor below which the company cannot charge without losing money. Fixed costs are costs that do not change with the level of production. Examples include rent, salaries, and insurance. Variable costs change with production. Examples include raw materials and packaging. Total cost is fixed costs plus variable costs. The company must charge at least enough to cover total cost to make a profit. The second factor is customers. Customers' perceptions of value set a ceiling above which they will not buy. If customers do not think the product is worth the price, they will not purchase. The company must understand how much value customers place on the product's benefits. Value-based pricing uses customers' perceptions of value as the starting point. The company designs a product that delivers the desired value at a price customers are willing to pay. The third factor is competitors. Competitors' prices and reactions affect pricing decisions. In a market with many competitors, the company may have little flexibility. It must match competitors' prices or risk losing customers. In a market with few competitors, the company has more freedom. It must also anticipate how competitors will react to its price changes. If the company lowers prices, competitors may follow. If it raises prices, competitors may not follow, and the company will lose customers. Now let me explain the different pricing strategies for new products. When a company introduces a new product, it can choose between 2 main strategies. The first is market skimming pricing. This strategy sets a high price to skim maximum revenues from segments that are willing to pay the high price. The company makes fewer but more profitable sales. Skimming works when the product is new and innovative, when there are few competitors, and when the high price signals high quality. Over time, the company lowers the price to attract more price-sensitive customers. Apple uses skimming pricing for its new iPhones. The second is market penetration pricing. This strategy sets a low price to attract a large number of buyers and gain a large market share quickly. The company makes many sales at a low profit margin. Penetration works when the market is price sensitive, when there are economies of scale, and when the company wants to discourage competitors from entering. Once the company has gained market share, it may raise prices or introduce higher-priced products. MTN Nigeria used penetration pricing when it first entered the Nigerian market with low call rates to attract customers. Now let me explain other pricing strategies. Product mix pricing strategies are used when a company has multiple products. Product line pricing sets prices across a product line based on cost differences and customer evaluations of different features. For example, a car company offers a basic model, a mid-level model, and a luxury model. Optional product pricing sets prices for optional accessories. For example, a car buyer can pay extra for a sunroof or better sound system. Captive product pricing sets a low price for the main product and high prices for the supplies needed to use it. For example, razors are cheap, but razor blades are expensive. Printers are cheap, but ink cartridges are expensive. Discount and allowance pricing reduces prices to reward customer responses. Cash discounts are price reductions for buyers who pay their bills promptly. Quantity discounts are price reductions for buyers who buy large volumes. Functional discounts are offered to channel members for performing certain functions. Seasonal discounts are price reductions for buying out of season. Allowances are reductions for trade-ins or for participating in advertising. Psychological pricing considers the psychology of prices, not just the economics. Customers do not always process prices rationally. Prestige pricing sets a high price to create a perception of high quality. Odd-even pricing sets prices just below a round number, like 999 naira instead of 1,000 naira. Customers perceive 999 naira as much lower than 1,000 naira. Promotional pricing temporarily lowers prices to increase sales. Examples include loss leader pricing, where the company sells a product below cost to attract customers, and special event pricing, such as back-to-school sales or Black Friday deals. Geographical pricing adjusts prices based on the location of the buyer. FOB pricing means the buyer pays for shipping from the factory. Uniform delivered pricing means the company charges the same price plus shipping to all customers. Zone pricing means the company sets different prices for different geographic zones. Basing point pricing means the company selects a location as a base and charges shipping from that base. Freight absorption pricing means the company absorbs some of the shipping cost to win business. Now, let me explain the factors that affect pricing decisions. Internal factors include the company's marketing objectives, marketing mix strategy, costs, and organizational considerations. The company's marketing objectives could be survival, maximum profit, market share leadership, or product quality leadership. The pricing strategy must be consistent with the other marketing mix elements. A high-quality product with a low price sends a confusing message. Costs set the floor for prices. The company must also have an organization to manage pricing decisions. External factors include the nature of the market and demand, competitors' strategies and prices, and other environmental factors like the economy and government regulations. In a pure competition market with many sellers of identical products, the company has no pricing freedom. In a monopolistic competition market with many sellers of differentiated products, the company has some pricing freedom. In an oligopoly market with few sellers, companies are interdependent. They watch each other's prices closely. In a pure monopoly with one seller, the company has significant pricing freedom, though it may be regulated. Now, let me explain how companies set prices. The process has 6 steps. Step 1 is selecting the pricing objective. The company must decide what it wants to achieve with its pricing. Survival is the objective when the company is struggling. Maximum current profit is the objective when the company wants cash flow quickly. Maximum market share is the objective when the company wants to become the market leader. Product quality leadership is the objective when the company wants to be known for high quality. Step 2 is determining demand. The company estimates how much customers will buy at different prices. Price elasticity is important. If demand is elastic, a small price change causes a large change in quantity demanded. If demand is inelastic, a large price change causes a small change in quantity demanded. Step 3 is estimating costs. The company calculates fixed costs, variable costs, and total costs at different production levels. Step 4 is analyzing competitors' prices and offers. The company compares its product to competitors. It notes competitors' price levels and likely reactions. Step 5 is selecting a pricing method. There are several methods. Cost plus pricing adds a standard markup to the cost of the product. This method is simple but ignores demand and competition. Break-even pricing sets the price to break even on costs or to achieve a target profit. Value-based pricing sets the price based on customers' perceived value. Going rate pricing sets the price based largely on competitors' prices. Sealed bid pricing sets the price based on what the company expects competitors to bid. Step 6 is setting the final price. The company considers psychological factors, the impact of other marketing mix elements, and company policies. A common exam question asks you to distinguish between market skimming and market penetration pricing. Here is a sample answer. Market skimming sets a high price for a new product to skim maximum revenues from customers willing to pay a high price. It works when the product is innovative and there are few competitors. Market penetration sets a low price to attract many customers and gain a large market share quickly. It works when the market is price sensitive and there are economies of scale. Skimming makes high profit per unit but lower volume. Penetration makes low profit per unit but higher volume. Another exam question asks you to explain the factors that affect pricing decisions. Here is your answer. Pricing decisions are affected by internal factors like marketing objectives, marketing mix strategy, costs, and organizational considerations. They are also affected by external factors like the nature of the market and demand, competitors' strategies and prices, economic conditions, and government regulations. The company must consider all these factors when setting prices. Ignoring any of them can lead to pricing mistakes. Another exam question asks you to list different pricing strategies. Here is your answer. Pricing strategies include new product strategies like skimming and penetration, product mix strategies like product line pricing, and captive product pricing, discount and allowance strategies like cash discounts and quantity discounts, psychological strategies like prestige pricing and odd-even pricing, geographical strategies like FOB pricing and zone pricing, promotional strategies like loss leader pricing and special event pricing. Each strategy is appropriate in different situations. Here is what you need to take away. Price is the only element of the marketing mix that produces revenue. Pricing is affected by costs, customers, and competitors. New products can use skimming or penetration pricing. Other strategies include product mix pricing, discounts, psychological pricing, and geographical pricing. The pricing process has 6 steps. Setting the right price is a balance. Too high loses customers. Too low loses money. Practice explaining each strategy. When you have them down, move to topic 8.